Welcome to my YouTube channel called the Revit Guy, and for today's tutorial, this is a continuation from my first tutorial on creating template. Is to create a title block. So before the video, I had already opened our template file. If you look at the name, it's still called Revit template RTE. So I want to add this title block to the template so that for the next project we'll have a title block here. So title block carries information like project name and stuff. So I've realized that for most projects A2 is just about alright. So if I search my library for an A2 title block that we can edit, I think we're fine from there. So let's go with this. So we just drag and drop it in our project, and so to tell you can't create this kind of element in this view in the current mode. So yeah, it's basically telling you that it can load on a view page, so it has to come on that sheet. So there are two ways to pull up your title block if you've just brought out the title block. So you can either go to sheet. If you right click on sheet, you do new sheet, then you can choose the title block you do, or like from our previous class, you go to A2 metric, where you right click and we edit. So I'm working with the A2 paper. Why I'm working with the A2 paper is because so A2, I've realized that for most projects A2 seems just about right. So let's just confirm. I don't know, I have trust issues with systems. Yeah, 420 by should be 594. Yeah, we're good to go. So this is Revit's pre-loaded, template and all. So I usually don't work with this, so we could just move everything, delete everything, then we're fine. So let's go ahead. Sorry Autodesk. Yeah. Anyway, since I'm teaching, we have to start afresh, and there we go. So I like this date, so I normally leave it there, or I'm not, like, depending on my mood. So let's see. So I'll reduce this to 10. Let's see what 10 looks like. 10 is fine. You want to have good margin. So when you bind and print, it's not an issue. So you make it uniform all around. 10. So if you click on it, there's a blue, reference to show that it's active. So it normally comes with temporary dimension, which you can edit. Click the number and you press enter. You sort of centralize this, then it is fine. So I'm creating, so for in Lagos, our approval sheets usually comes in like 2 formats. So we'll be creating an approval sheet, but it's basically the same thing. You can create a construction documentation sheet as well. And all. So the reason why it comes in 2 is because they usually like the approval column. So if you go to create, click a line. So this is what we use to draw a line. So let's say I like 100. We do this. Then next is we'll draw the horizontal line at the bottom. I usually have about 4 to 5 columns or rows. That usually confuses me. So that's the horizontal line and stuff. So we'll make it 50 so that each of them is 10. So we can array or we could copy. So let's copy. So if we do 10, copy multiple. So we do this on to our good is just to get, it's not like everything's going to be horizontal like this. This is just to get some of, like, a guideline. So let's start. First thing is create line here, make it 10 as well, or 15. Okay, I'm feeling like this margin is too big. What do you guys think? Let me know. So create text. It's just random text, not label text. So I want to call this Caplocks approval. Sorry, approval column. So I want this guy 35 meters, less over 5 mm looks like. Okay, this sounds about good. So we use our font. If you can remember the font from our last class, it was Swiss 7 something. Yeah. So make this bold. Apply. Yeah. So this seems just about right. So let's increase it to say 7. Let's see what that looks like. You want it to be very, yeah. And also we remove the background from opaque to transparent. Yeah. So that it doesn't have that white patch over our line. So this is fine. Then what's next? So we'll divide the bottom parts into a couple of rows. One will take the logo, one will take the general notes, one will take the drawing information and the drawer, who drew it, who designed it, who checked it, and all those stuff. Then one would take the drawing information like drawing number, sheet title, scale, date, and project number and stuff like that. So if I should divide this first part into, let's see, I think about 4. Go to create this line, I'll draw one. Yeah, I'm just drawing randomly out, correct a distance. So my logo is not big, it's just round, and let's see what 50 looks like. Better still, let's bring the logo. Drag and drop. The logo is supposed to be round, but I'll correct it. So let's just beautiful. So 50 was fine. Not bad. Let's just have some. Yeah, I think we'll find like this. So if you want to trim all the lines so that they're not crossing the logo, you can do this. So sorry, you click this and you click every other line outside of where you want it to be. So if that is fine, Revit guys is my logo. So in reality, you want to leave some space for maybe the address and other stuff. So let's say 85 seems about it. So you can write Revit guys, architecture, studio, something like that, date and time and all the stuff. It's too close. Let's move it a little bit again. Let's make it 100. Yeah, so the next thing that you want to do is you want to create space for your general notes. So your general notes, oh sorry, I used a shortkey. I shouldn't have done that. So create, the shortkey for bringing out the text is TX, as you can see. So another thing is that if you want to know the shortkey for most stuff, if you hover your mouse around and leave it for a bit, you see it gives you the text TX, it gives you the shortkey So stuff like that. So if I go to text, I want general. Should it be cap locks here? Let's make cap lock general notes. General notes. So we change the text, the font, to our lovely font. Make this bold because it's a title. Let this sit pretty at the top. Oops. I want to stretch the wrong button. Yeah. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure it's at the center. Give it some breathing space. So let's take this back. This should be there. Then your general notes should have all the information you want to put. That's where you put this drawing was done, so on. So do not scale from this drawing. All dimensions are in millimeters and whatnot. Then the next thing you want to have after your general notes, this is just my own personal preference, is project title. So if you copy this, move this across, double click, project title. This is good. Yeah, just about right. So I like this to somehow be at the center, so this would then be 100. I believe that 100 should be enough. Then as usual, we don't need this to go across. So what do we call our project title? So you could use project name, bring a label. Sorry, I was too fast. So create labels. So this way you get labels that are automated. So once you change one, it works for all of them. So you click on label and you click anywhere, comes out. So you go to project name, you click this arrow to put it there. Then we have a project name. But I wanted to sort of fill my space. I'll give it, duplicate it. I'll call it project name. And I'll make this text maybe about 15. Let's see what that is. Text. Bold, of course, because you want it to show. So stretch it like this. So the project name you can't write now. You can only write when you look into the project. So 15 looks too big. So let's try 10. Okay, 10 looks good for now. So yeah, so make sure it's centralized, horizontal. So we want to make it center. So this way you write your project name, say propose residential building or mixed use building arts, so plot this, number this, avenue this and that. So this is good for now. So you want to keep these margins within the line, because if you stretch it, what it means is that it's going to leak out of the column you've set. So you want to be careful about that. And also, even when you are doing your title block, you want your margins and your text area or text box to be, within a good frame. Because if you do that, you have issues when you are printing. So yeah, project name. Then the next guy is let's see. This would then carry the column or the space for. So we'll divide this one into add another line here. So maybe 30 seems good. So this would be drawn by I don't want it bold. So duplicate. I don't want it bold. Drawn by, like I said, watch your text field area. Drawn by, what other information do we put again? Or should we make it designed by? Let's do design by. Design by. So you just copy it in the other, so I'll copy it in the other column so that I can just edit them and they're sort of consistent. So if you notice, I'm picking one position and I'm copying another position so that the text is in the correct location on all columns. So this would then be drawn by, then checked by. Do we even need to put it by? I don't know. You tell me how yours is. Then projects checked by project type, if it's residential and all those kind of stuff. If it's residential, if it's commercial, and so maybe what other information do we need again? Design drawn checked. Okay, so maybe we'll move all these guys. Let me delete this guy. Let me do something. Move again. Use that same guideline so that it is consistent. Same as this. So since this is a title, you want to, let's make this slightly bigger. Let's say 4. Yeah, 4 seems about right. So I would stretch this field, same as this, so that it's bigger than the other information. Another thing is that I failed to make it transparent. So that we don't have all these white patches on our lines. Yeah, so let me make this transparent as well. Okay, so this seems about right. So same thing, we'll copy everything. I have a design at the back of my mind that I would like to develop. So designed by, say, Revit Guys Community, Revit Guy Community. Oh, let's just make it the Revit Guy. The Revit Guy. Drawn by the Revit Guy. Checked by, I'm not sure I want to put my mentor's name here, but let's say beautiful people. For everybody that's watching it, beautiful people, everybody that will watch this tutorial. So what again? Project type, residential. Oops, residential. So it's beginning to take shape. Then yes, so this is, I like this. Okay, so I mean, you could have something that just came to my mind. So to jazz this up, you can want, I would do something like this, you know, draw that line, and I will change it to wide lines so that I have some depth. Yeah, I think that's good. Then once again we have so this shouldn't have been project title. I forgot to change this. So this is drawing for general information. Next column would be drawing information. That's where we get to use labels. So yes, okay, maybe 25 or 30, the same. Sorry, this should have come, yeah. This will be drawing information, drawing info. So let's trim this line. So what columns do we have here? First of all, we want drawing number. This is one task that nobody likes to do. Everybody just likes to take one and edit it. But yeah, I'm trying to make you a good Revit user, so we'll take the pain to do all this, because once you've done it, you have it. Then this other line should stretch across. So this is basically my title block. I've been using this for years. So AutoCAD days that I changed a little bit when I got to Revit. So this would be, let's see, sheet title. Sheet title. And the other guy would be scale. Then once again, copy this out for dates. Something's wrong with my mouse. I need to change this mouse. Yes, the mouse is stressing. Then you want this guy to go across as well. And then what sheet name? Okay, so this information you want it automated, so you don't want to be entering your drawing number every time. You have to, you know, bring it out. So if you go to create label, click, search for drawing. What did I say? This is drawing number. We don't have a drawing number. That's weird. Okay, sorry, sheet number. Okay. Yeah. Extend it up to this point. Change the text. Swiss. Second to the last. Okay. Okay, so copy this and edit it. You take this guy back because we don't need the sheet number. We need, what do we need? Sheet title. So sheet name. or should we change that to sheet name? You tick this green arrow so that it comes here. So sheet name, or should we call this sheet name? Let's call this sheet name. This was what? Sheet number. I like drawing number. I prefer drawing number. Scale. Okay, so for that, same as this. Let's bring it like this. Let's go back. We want scale. Then we also want date. So if I'm using this, I don't have to use this. So let's do this. Edit label. Project issue date. Sheet issue date. Date. Stroke timestamp. I think that's what I want. This timestamp could be tricky, especially when you want to. You know, the thing about this profession is that it comes with a lot of missing deadlines and juggling a lot of projects. So you don't want this timestamp to be there. So maybe you told your client you're working on it. So some time when you print it out, it shows when you exactly. I mean, sometimes it doesn't correlate with your story. But since we are good people here, we are beautiful people, like I said, we can leave the time. Then, what other thing should we put? I'm coming. Let's see something. Okay, so this configuration is month, day, and year. You could play around it if you don't like this. There are other stuff about the project issue date. You understand? So depending on what you want, then I want to just use. Let me change this to white. I want to sort of have something like maybe 20. So. Yes, or it might be too small. Let's do it like this. So I want to put let me see. Let me see if they have what I'm looking for. Project number. They do have it. So long I create a title block because I already have all my title blocks for all scenarios. For renovation, for scheme design, as concept design, for construction documentation, and of course for approval. So project number. So let's squeeze it and so this space we left is too small. So let's move it like this. I mean, this is just a simple basic approval number. Like me, I like simple things. I don't like to overdo it, you know. So let's make this bold because it's quite important. We don't want to lose this in the source. Duplicate, yes, 3, we'll make it bold. So okay, let's just put a random address here. So I'll say mainland Lagos, Nigeria, mobile number, stuff like that. Just put a random number plus this, or whatever. I don't know, that's up to 11. Then email, stuff like this. Once again, the Revit guy. So pretty much it. Yeah, so with this we have our first title block. So this is an approval title block. So if you load this in your project, let's load it in our project. Overwrite the existing and its parameter, save. So then we have a template in our, we have a title block in our template. So if we go to A2, we have this lovely title block, just a basic title block, has all the information that you will need, your logo, your address, your general notes. I didn't put the general notes, that thing is to be a hassle. I'll just copy and paste behind the scenes. Project title, so stuff like all these guys. Now you edit it from here. Let's say proposed residential development, for YouTube Inc. at, so it's clearly big. I was not even put at, I don't know, yeah, where's that? Let's say California or whatever. Oh no, yeah, YouTube Inc. or YouTube at something. Let's address. Let's just put California, spell of California, USA, USA. So this is clearly big, so we'll touch that up. Just let's change this to, let's try it. Let's see what it should look like. It is still big, but let's try it. Six should kill it. 6 should kill it. Good. Proposed residential development for YouTube at California. So stuff like this, you change all this. So this automatically will come out. So this, you can change it from 2 ways. Either you come here, you double click on this guy. I told you my mouse is giving me shite. Rename. So you can put, let's say this is a site plan. If it comes out, then issue date, you write your date here. Okay. I wonder why this guy is not changing. 08 23. I wonder why it did not change then project number, so we'll call this 001. So scale, once you put a drawing, the scale comes automatically. So let's give you, if you do this, drag and drop, and we'll place it in here. So it takes the scale 1 to 100 of the project. So this is our view title that we created. So everything's looking pretty. Well, we've not done anything. So yeah, guys, so this is how you create title block. It's not hard. I notice a lot of people don't normally like to do it, but this is basically it. So another thing you can put, so if you know who's going to sign your stuff, like if I know who's always going to sign most of my drawings, so I have a signature digital copy, so I put it here, so he just stamps on it and we'll move from there. So I still feel this margin is too big, but it's fine, it's good, it's alright. So maybe I'll shift this logo a little bit from the edge. It's hogging the line too much. So that's basically it. So till next time, thank you and I am immensely grateful for the views, man. It was quite humbling, and it's giving me fuel to continue with this. So for our next class, I would look for a plan that we can do, that we can just do basic dimensioning, just give you some tricks on dimensioning and graphics and scale, how to put your drawing so it looks very professional and very, very pleasing to the eyes, and graphically it's amazing. So thank you, subscribe to my channel, like, comments. I'd like to hear what you think, and thank you very much. Till next time.